Hi, and welcome to Success on Fast Forward. Today I have Renaye all the way from Wellington. Is it Upper Hutt?
It sure is.
At Upper Hutt. So Renaye is going to tell us a little bit about her real estate career. Only been in it a very short time, but is doing extremely well. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your real estate.
So basically, obviously I'm Australian, if you can tell by my accent.
No, not at all, not at all.
I moved to New Zealand now 10 years ago, and I started my career over here with Michael Hill Jeweller, so a New Zealand icon.
Sorry,
I know, right? And I've been extremely blessed to have worked with some amazing people, including Michael himself.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I kind of got my sales and my skills from in relation to the training I received there.
Yeah.
Started real estate 3 years ago. Started with another organisation, had phenomenal training there, and then chose to move to another company, which was Renaye Huia.
Yep.
And I think it comes down to the reason for the change was a business decision for me.
Yep.
And what it allowed me to do in relation to growth. So the company that I was with before was wonderful. For growth-wise, I was always going to be better coming to Renaye Huia and giving us the opportunity to grow. So we've had a great year so far. So basically, we're the number one in our office. We're currently number 6 Renaye Huia leaders. Year's not over yet.
Yeah.
And I've had a really amazing opportunity to put on my PA and then our maintenance guy as well, because we have kind of a different business structure.
Okay, so I'll stop you right there then. So just explain to us, you say you're different, your structure. How is it different?
Basically what we've decided to do with our business plan when we put it forward is we wanted to actually provide services to our clients.
Yeah.
Because most people are time poor.
Yes.
So offer those services, but include those into our commission rates.
Yeah.
So that they didn't have to kind of pay any more. So we offer free staging to our clients.
Yeah.
And we also have a property preparation service that we have. So we have a full-time maintenance man that works for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we pretty much go in and prepare the property. So that means water blasting, cleaning the property, doing gardens, all of that sort of stuff to make sure that the property is ready to go before we market. Yep. Marketing is not just about taking the photos, it's about how does it look before the photos and making sure that we can give our clients the best look of their property before marketing it and making sure it's its best, and then give us the opportunity to get them more money.
Yeah. Well, I do exactly the same. And I do gardening or cleaning generally before doing the photos, as you say, before presentation. But some people already have that all sorted. So then I offer it at the end for settlement. So just to make it easier for them when they're moving out. So, yeah, it's a good way to be. It's that extra service that people like. Because as you say, they often getting their property ready for market takes some time. And so they say, oh, no, we need weeks. And I'm like, well, actually, I can help you with this, and this. So sounds like a good idea.
I think as our business evolves, we will add more things to our business as well to reduce that for our clients.
Yeah.
Make it easier. So our business has grown quite substantially. Just a week before lockdown, we put on a PA who I love. She's amazing. So we're looking forward to having them all start again, coming out of lockdown 4. But we did really well. We put 3 properties under offer during lockdown. 2 of them were sight unseen.
Wow.
They hadn't viewed the property.
Yep.
And we've worked. I think it comes down to how you go about that to be able to get that offer to fruition. And I think the big thing is it's the relationship I have with my buyers.
Yeah, definitely.
To be able to deliver that to them and get that offer to sight unseen.
Yeah.
So
would it be fair to say, Renaye, that you not only work with vendors, you also work with buyers and have a database of buyers that you're working with?
Yeah, absolutely. I started real estate 3 years ago, and you look at every strategy you can physically think of when you start out. You want to do everything, and you can't. So my first job was choose my top 100.
Yeah.
So who are my top 100 of clients? Work with them and which were buyers at that time because I didn't have anything else.
Yeah.
Worked with those buyers. When they bought property, they then became my vendors. I kept that top 100, and as they started to list their houses, I then started to build from there.
Yeah.
But those people are still my top 100.
Yeah.
And it's just grown over time. And then the other thing that I did when I first started, I thought not being from New Zealand was kind of crucial for me. I guess it's crucial for everyone, as I didn't know the area and I didn't know property. So I went and door knocked every house, and even if I didn't get a listing, as long as I got to meet someone, get a contact and look at the houses. So then when someone would talk to me about a particular street, I could say, oh, I've been in that house, that house, that house. So I knew what they looked like.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's good. You sort of specialise in that upper Hutt area, is that right?
Yeah, so that's kind of my area. But, you know, it's kind of expanded over the Hutt Valley, so Upper Hutt and Lower Hutt, because we're sort of so close together.
Yeah.
And so our business has kind of expanded into those two areas, which I just love.
Yeah.
I love that area.
That's good though, because then you know it and stuff like that. So you've just said you've just brought on a PA. What's your PA's main role? What will she be doing?
So basically for her, it will definitely be administration. So obviously getting the listing paperwork prepared, making sure she's working and getting all that online, photographs, etc. So all the basic kind of admin. Making sure our database is kind of, you know, up to speed, making contact with the database as well. But I won't stop doing that either. I've always worked on the philosophy of when I'm in my car doing nothing, driving to the office in the morning, I would call 5 people.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who it is, 5 randoms, just give them a call and just say hello.
And that's good because, you know, your database is key. Systems and processes are the most important thing. And that's what, you know, mainly I coach on is that. And people don't realize how that can bring so much business, you know, and help your business to grow. And I'm exactly the same. I have an earpiece in and you'll always see me. I'll always be on my phone because why would I be driving so far and just singing to myself or talking to myself? You know, it's got to be productive. Yeah.
And I think that's the thing. And so when we went into lockdown, people were going, oh, bring your database, make calls. And I'm like, well, we're okay because that's what we do anyway.
Yeah.
So we just kind of ring for a different purpose and just to check up on our clients and make sure that they're okay.
Yeah.
And if they needed anything, or I don't know, if there was anything that I could do, or if anyone had lost a job or whatever, and we could flick money into their bank account or whatever it was.
Oh, shoot, I should run you.
There was little things that you could just do for people, and that was really important. And kind of we do a lot of sponsorship as well out here. So I'm a speedway addict. I love
that's my family, not me.
Yeah. So, you know, we kind of really invest in our Upper Hutt Speedway at Wellington Speedway and all of our families out there.
Yeah.
So, you know, we kind of try and, you know, do those things in sports that I personally love too.
Yeah. So. And that's good because, as you say, if you love it and it's a passion and stuff like that as well. At the beginning, I heard you say that starting out and in both roles in both different companies, that there was learning, there was teaching, coaching, whatever it may be, mentoring and stuff like that. So was that quite a big part of you starting out and doing so well that you had some baseline of knowing, you know, what to get out and what to do?
My background definitely played a big part because I've been an area manager for you know, big companies in Australia and running multiple sites and things like that. And then obviously with Michael Hill, I was a trainer, so I coached people on how to sell. And I would take non-performing businesses and teach them how to sell and get them to perform. So I won International Trainer of the Year for Michael Hill. I find that
very hard to believe.
So I kind of had a bit of an idea, and my husband, who also works for me, he basically also has got senior management background. So we had a little bit of groundwork that we could utilise. Yeah. And then with the previous company that we worked for, they had very good training for new agents when we would start. So they were phenomenal in that regard. And so they basically took us through our training and our understanding.
Yeah.
And then I think when we came to Ray White, it was next level.
Yeah.
So it kind of went to a much bigger scale. We got exposure to a lot more, I guess, more senior and agents that were performing at a much higher level.
Yeah.
So I like to always mix with people that are better than me.
Yeah. No, I agree totally. Yeah.
So I can expand my knowledge and work out what it is that I can learn from each one of them to maybe implement into my business.
Yeah.
To grow it for the next 5 years, because we've got a 5-year plan. So hopefully we end up going there.
You will go there and you'll exceed it, actually, to be perfectly honest, because you actually even have the plan in place. Most people don't have plans in place. And like speaking to real estate agents, like, okay, what are you wanting to earn? What are you wanting to do? What, where are you heading to and that? And a lot of them don't even know. And you've got to start there with those basics, to keep going forward. But you've got all that in place. You've got all the platforms and all that, and that's why you're doing so well. Your repeat business, referral business, I can see, because you give that client service that goes a bit above and beyond. So people like that. It is a business where if people want you to exceed their expectations. Yeah.
Definitely. And I think the other thing too is that you've got to really have a passion for it. And I think it's a mindset that you have.
Yeah.
So, when you get up in the morning, even if you're having a bad day, I always will put on Tom, because I love Tom.
Yeah.
So, if I'm having a bad day, I'll read his little email, or I'll watch a little bit of something, because not every day for some people is a great day, to be honest.
No.
But before I get up in the morning, if I feel a little bit average at breakfast, I'll tell you, I'll put that on and I feel great when I'm walking out the door. And the first thing you do is smile. If you don't smile, you've lost it.
And it is, and a lot of my videos and stuff that I've been doing is all about mindset. Like people say, oh, you're talking about that mindset stuff. But it's absolutely true. If you're not in the right mind and you're not feeling that great, until you get into that mindset, what are you going to do? You're not going to go and list a property. You're not going to sell a property because you're not there. You're not at that level. Your mind's not there. But I watch.
You love what you sell, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't, then I hear some, I'll go into a house and to do a listing, and they'll say, oh, we had another agent in, and they told us just everything that was wrong with the property. And I went, oh, did they? I said, well, I don't work like that. But I said, if I see something that I think needs, fixing or presenting differently, I'll definitely tell you that. But, everybody's home is their mansion. It doesn't matter what level it is, it's their mansion. And you should never go in and put someone's mansion down. It doesn't matter what it's like. One of my first sales, the house was, and they gave it to me actually as a trick, Mr. Aaron Davis, if he's ever listening, but they gave it to me as a trick. Didn't think I'd ever sell it. And there was hordes and hordes of newspapers everywhere. Like, it was cluttered. There was 2 families living in there. But I didn't have to, it wasn't just about selling that property. I then had to find them another property. Like, it was, anyway, I did it. And you know what? I think that's the biggest thing. It was their mansion. They didn't realize that they're hoarding what it was like. Tell you what, skips and skips. I tell you to get out of there. But you know what I mean? It was like, you set yourself that challenge, no matter what it is, you work with whoever they are, to work through that with them.
Yeah, and I think the thing too, what I was really fortunate about is I've always, from the businesses I've been, is stick with people that have the knowledge.
Yeah.
And what they can teach you. And I was very lucky at my previous company. Rick Tyson was one of the...
Hi, Rick. Shout out to Ricky. He's one of my favourite followers. He's always supporting me, and he supports you too. Yeah.
So Rick has, obviously, coming from a different country, builds are different, houses are built differently, climates are different. So, Rick would drive me around when I started, and I would lap it up. Yeah. And he would take me to property and teach me about houses, the installation, how they were built, the area, the flood zones. And you know what? I think if any agent that's new that can latch on to someone, and you don't have to get anything out of it, just spend the time with someone who's got the knowledge. and the ability, because, you know, when someone like that's been in the business for 30 years, they've done something right.
Exactly.
And they've got so much to offer. So for me, you know, spending a day driving around the town with Rick and learning what he could offer was quite important. And, you know, and then there was another agent out there, John Dunstan, as well. I don't know if you know John, but
I do. Yes,
also,
I do.
Yeah. So he, same again, different level, but the skills that he had were also phenomenal. He had the most phenomenal database. There was one client that him and I had met. He had called them for 22 years.
Yeah.
And listed the property after 22 years of working with that client. So to me, that just shows you it doesn't have to come today, but it may come. And the notes and everything that he kept was absolutely phenomenal. So I always am quite blessed with people that have shared that stuff with me. And I don't know, I'm sure Rick knows, I've told him many a times, but those people have been quite instrumental. And I kind of look at my mentors and think, and I've got lots of them. You know, through my career, and majority of very, very successful people. But, you know, I think if you can learn anything when you're new and you go into an office and, you know, latch on, grab on, pick out the bits that you think will be good, and just spend the time. And gaining the knowledge you can.
Before I even started in real estate, I was doing my papers and I was waiting for them to come through. I did training with Kearney. I was shit scared of him. Like, I was scared of him. But it made me do my homework, and he was going, like, it was on scripting and processes and stuff like this. So I made sure I tried to low anything, and then he'd say, well, no, Sonia, that's not actually right. I'm like, right, I'm going to get that right the next time, because I was. And he set me up, you know, for life. And I always thank him for that as well, because it is. So to any agents that are starting out, align yourself with everyone. You know, like, everybody works so differently, how they do a listing, how they, you know, do open homes and all that. Learn from all of them, you know, and you always pick up something. Oh, and share.
I'm definitely a sharer. Like, if anyone asks, I'll share anything with them. Because at the end of the day, you know, I know how hard it was to start out. And we created all our own tools and all of that sort of stuff, because some organisations don't have all the tools to get you started, so you have to create your own. So to give someone that opportunity and to share as much as you can only get, and I think you're stronger in numbers too. So the more successful agents you have around you, the more successful you become as a team. And I think in our office especially, we have a very, very good team and a strong net. So I think they're all very, very good agents, and they all work really well for our community as well.
And that's good. If you're all got the same, you know, you're all traveling the same sort of way, it makes such a difference.
Culture's important. You know, and I remember, you know, someone saying to me, if you don't like the culture where you are, get out.
But it's true, because if you can't, you know, be working alongside people that have the same sort of core values and that, then you just don't work the same. You know, like your own work isn't the same. You know, you can't, you've got to, and as you say, I've always strived to follow top agents around, you know, learn absolutely everything and anything, because you're always learning. Like, you know, I get coaching still now, you know, and I've been in the industry 9 years, but I'm still getting coached. And then the business people that I coach, the biggest thing is systems and processes. What do you have in place? And most of them have none. And I'm like, how are you going to get repeat referral business? Like, I'm not quite at the 22 mark, but I still ring and say happy anniversary to people I sold houses to 9 years ago. And I'm not even in the same town. You know, I moved towns. So
I love that. So I become, like, even at Christmas time, I go and hand pick my gifts. I actually handwrite every card.
Oh, that you're like Angela Galvin, who I interviewed. She does that too. And I'm like, she goes, will you be doing that, Sonia? I went, no, sorry, I won't.
And I do. I handwrite them and I hand deliver. So every house I've ever sold to, I absolutely deliver every one that I've ever sold to. Will I continue? Yeah, you bet. And it was one key thing, you know, that and it's funny, when you work for Michael Hill, you learn very quickly what you should do. build a relationship in 30 seconds, make sure you smile, and
Yep.
make sure you say thank you.
Yeah.
And you know, it's amazing what a handwritten card does to someone, that you actually took the time.
I do think that is awesome, I must say. I guess my scale of...
You might be busy, Sonia.
my scale is a little bit high, but in saying that, no excuse, and I think that I could. I must say, my experience recently, I went into Michael Hill Jewelers now. I was getting my hair done, so I had the cape on and the dye cap, and I walk in there to the shop, and they said, "Oh my gosh, do you like gold or rose gold?" And I said, "Gold." And they said, "I've got just the ring for you." Next minute, she puts this ring on my finger, only $30 a week or whatever, starts talking to me. You know what? I've also got the earrings to match. Oh, I tell you, and I went back recently, they had a bracelet to match as well. I'm like, oh. But they loved me because I had energy and I was smiling and stuff like that as well. And it was like, but it's not just about the sales, how to make someone's day. You know, like tell them that they look nice. You know, I go around and I tuck people's tags in. Oh, your size 6 is showing. You know, but the smiling, you know, if you smile, it's those basic things. Real estate is not hard. Real estate agents make real estate hard. They complicate it.
You know, the key thing for me as the business has kind of grown, and everyone used to say, put a PA on, put a PA on, and yeah, you should. So, you know, we certainly, you know, have done that now. I think what I wanted to do was alleviate my time, because what I tend to find is the busier I got, the more workload I had. So I definitely needed that PA.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I just want to do and get back out and do is just get out in the streets and talk to people. Yeah. Because that's what I love to do. So you can just walk around, go and talk to people at their houses, just have a general chat about life in general. And it doesn't have to be about real estate. Eventually it'll come up.
Oh, it always comes back to real estate. I wear my name badge everywhere. It doesn't matter where it was. And someone just suddenly...
I don't know if you can see, I've got mine on.
Oh, yep, I can now. I haven't right now, but yeah. But that's what it's about, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, just I love it. And I've got some grand plans, I guess, for what hopefully I can do next year, and I'm looking at more community type of projects for me. You know, it's really just the people. I just couldn't do it without any of them, and they're my family.
Yeah, exactly. And the more community orientated you are, it's twofold. It works both ways. Everybody looks after each other in communities.
Definitely, and I think we've got a project that we're going to be doing next year, and it's something that's dear to my heart. I guess my ultimate goal was always to build a major apartment for homeless. So that was my ultimate dream. Yeah. How that looks and that I haven't quite put it together yet. Yeah. But that's my ultimate goal.
It will happen. Yeah.
And so I just this is the job that's allowing me to do those sorts of things and make a big difference to other people, just not me.
Yeah. Listen, the lady I interviewed the other day, Devon Rayburn, so she is property development. Now, she goes, actually, at the moment they've been working, I think, in Hamilton or Wanganui, up north anyway. But she realised that there was a need for first home buyers to buy property that looked like it was a lot higher price range, but was nice. So they go in there, they buy, they have them fully furnished, but they do them of high quality. And she said just how rewarding it is to be able to give back to those first home buyers like that. So I guess what you're saying, like obviously it's a different scale, but it's achievable. Yeah.
And I definitely believe that's the way to do it. I think I'm pretty lucky to have my husband now work for me. So
you get to boss him around.
Look, I always say there's always a brain behind the project, and I'd have to say he's the brains behind the outfit. I just like
you're the lock. You're the lock.
So he does all the stuff in the background, all the important stuff is what I call it. So we've been working together now for the last 2 years. And it's been amazing that he's been able to come on deck, and he does all that side of the business for me, because I've got no idea. You know, people kind of sit back and go, you know, how's your year been, your mission, you know, that you've earned for the year and all of that. And I look at them and go, I've got no idea. And they go,
what to my husband.
Yeah, and I think that I've always worked on units for me. So all I do is he'll have the target that we've written. I don't really want to know it. And I said to him, I said, look, just don't give me that figure. I don't want to know. I don't want to know any of that stuff. All I want to know is, tell me in units, how many more listings do I need? Or how many more sales do I need? Just tell me that. And then each month you'll say you need 5 or 6 or whatever I need to do. And that's how I kind of work, because I just want to stay focused on the people. And I don't want to know any of that.
As you know what Tom Panos says, isn't he? If you've got commission breath, you know, and you're like that,
I wouldn't have a clue.
Doesn't work. It's like, but if you work for the people, then the commission will follow.
It was funny. We earned Premier Agent already for this year, which is quite good for Ray White. It's when you're kind of starting to break records here. So we hit that a couple of months ago, and everyone goes, "Oh, congratulations!" And I'm like, "Oh, great, darling, well done, congratulations, you've done fabulous. How many more units do I need?" And he just looks at me and goes, "Okay, hun, this is what you've got to go." So I think you should have a goal, and I definitely think you should know what you want to achieve personally. But I'm a units person, so he'll just tell me in units, and then he can deal with the rest of it. And
but that's good though. And you do what you're good at, he does what he's good at, and I think that's the best way to go, isn't it?
I just I don't know, I love it. What else can I say? What's not to love about real estate? I think the market at the moment, like I said, we have been busy, we have had opportunity, we've had our private viewings you know, happening in the last couple of days. So, and we have got 8 listings coming. We have sent paperwork through today for another one, and we've got another one tomorrow. So we are listing properties.
I don't think the market's going to slow. I think it's like, I'm the same.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen. I got 2 under offer under lockdown.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Sections though, but anyway.
Doesn't matter. Awesome.
But and listings as well. So it's just how you proceed. And as you say, there's still lots of buyers there. There's still people that want to get into properties. Some are wanting to get in sooner rather than later.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the thing is, you know, people, you know, on the news and everything, you're hearing a lot of what people think, and it's only a thought process at the moment. It's not actual fact on the ground.
Exactly.
And I think, you know, stick to your local agents. Find out what's happening on the ground and what's really occurring, and you'll find that a lot of agents are still listing. They're still in competition. You've got multiple offers coming in still during the lockdown process and now as well. We're just working with the climate that we've got, you know, making it happen.
I always like it when the vendors go, you know, potential vendor says, "Oh, I hear the market's quiet." And I said, "Oh, was that from a real estate agent?" And they went, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, no, I think the agent's quiet." Because I'm never quiet. I'm never quiet, because there's so much opportunity out there that, you know, even with the COVID going on, whatever, there's opportunity out there. There's still work that can be done, getting ready for everything. So, yeah.
The thing is too, like, you know, and there's a lot of companies like us, but with Ray White in particular, we've been fortunate because we have such a big team and we can kind of list and sell everywhere. So the great thing with having a team like that is that we've been able to, you know, do walkthrough videos with the vendor and have a bit of a chat while they're taking our clients around. And you learn to adapt to what you've got going on to make it happen for them. And, you know, to have, for us, we've got, I think, 84 agents in our area that can work a property. So we just look at the fact of, hey guys, we've got these listings as a team, let's make it happen, let's all work together. Even if we were to get, you know, one agent here, one agent there, all get an offer on this property, we've got multi-offer.
Exactly.
And we're all working really hard to achieve the outcome for that vendor. And to me, that's what we're here to do. So, you know, our Lower Hutt agent, it was her listing. I got an offer, she got an offer, and another agent got an offer. So here we are in multiple offer.
Yeah.
And, you know, and bingo, we obviously did really well. My buyer is at the stage of working through that. But that's what I like about having those opportunities as well, to work with a team that just can make it happen.
Yeah. And I think like you've got the go-get attitude, and which is great. And I think that there is always opportunities out there, and it's just a matter of looking at it and seeing it sometimes through different eyes, or thinking outside the square, but actually just going out and getting it. Yeah.
You know, and looking at what you need for you, you know, what works for you and your personality and what you can do. And if there's something in your personality that doesn't work and you don't feel comfortable, don't do it.
Yeah. So because not everyone would sing to their owners.
Well, I know. I probably could, Sonia, but I don't know that I would.
The only reason they like it is because I've just sold their house. So if I ring and say, I just called to say I've sold your house, they love it because they're so excited. So it doesn't matter whether I'm
I love your car karaoke, I've got to say.
Oh. Actually, I haven't done too much of it lately. I'll have to get back into it.
Maybe you could do it lounge room karaoke for a while.
Oh, you reckon? Oh, where's my microphone? Hang on. I'll just bring in. I just called to say.
You know, I think it's all about having fun, and it's got to be fun for you, the agent, the vendor, and the buyer, and the experience has to be fun.
Yeah, and I was said in another interview, like I was always taught at the end of the transaction, the people should be nearly your best friend, you know, and that's how it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they do become. They do become your friends, and I think that's when you know you've built a really good relationship with them. Yeah. And you know, and they just text you about everything, even what the cat, the bird, you know, going to the hospital, all that sort of stuff, just random chit chats after a while.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what's important. And for us at the moment, I think, you know, my husband and I, we're trying to go as local as much as we can at the moment to our cafes and things. So what we've put on our calendar is let's go to a different one each day.
Yeah.
So we're kind of trying to work our way around and try and purchase where we can online, or go to a different place per day, so that we can try and keep our local businesses afloat as well.
I agree with that as well. Yeah.
So it's been quite funny actually. You know, I don't normally drink that much coffee, but far out, in 2 days already I'm going, okay, where am I going to go for breakfast, lunch and dinner?
I don't drink coffee. I'm high on life. So, but tea.
Yeah, well. So, you know, I think everyone's done a really good job, but real estate as a whole for us, where we are in the heart, is still really, you know, busy, and it's still going strong. So, you know, we're just going to keep going hard and doing the best we can for our clients, and and do what we can and be happy.
Don't worry, be happy. Thank you so much. It's been great talking to you. I love your enthusiasm and your drive. And we look forward to seeing your progress throughout the year and next year as well.
I'll definitely see you for sure.
I'm coming to Wellington. Can I book a training up there with your team? Come on.
I would definitely have you, Sonia. You know that. You can come here anytime.
Okay, as soon as I can fly, I'm there.
Oh, definitely. I mean, maybe we should do a Zoom one. That could be good.
Yeah, I could actually. Is Wellington ready for Sonia? We'll see.
Well, I know my team will be ready for you. So it'll be fun. But thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you. And hope lots of people would have learnt lots from you. So thank you.
Awesome. Take care. Bye.
Bye.